Hello. I'm actually waiting on a call, but I think they have flaked out on me, so I think I am going to record something instead. I thought I would record another shorter piece because I like reading the shorter pieces. This came out in Stamps, Vamps, and Tramps, a lovely little book edited by Shannon Robinson. And the premise was that there had to be vampires, trampy people, and tattoos. So I actually wrote this for a friend of mine with whom I got a tattoo, my friend Anne Cakalioris. And so let's read it. It's called Summer Night in Durham. Some supernaturals have trouble adjusting to the human world. I keep telling the vampires that tattoos are just a bad idea where they're concerned. But still, I get 2 or 3 of them in a night, more on the weekends. They want the same cliches the living do. Celtic runes and cartoon devils and names of loved ones, mostly. But the daring ones ask me to etch them with religious symbols and then giggle. Tonight, a pleasant evening when the summer heat lingered in the air and everything was sweat and locust buzz, one vampire told me he'd never seen a lady tattoo artist before. I said, "You haven't seen any since you turned, or they would have told you what a bad idea this is." He blinked at me as though he didn't understand what I could possibly be saying. He had this puzzled look on his face under all the stubble and the little bit of eyeliner around his eyes. Most vampires wear jewelry, but this one didn't have anything precious on him other than a gold hoop in one ear and a possible filling or 2. I could tell he expected me to be scared of him. Instead, I was just tired. It was almost the end of my shift, and I'd already explained this to 3 other vampires. "Look," I said, "vampire flesh doesn't tattoo the way human skin does. It keeps bleeding, keeps seeping fluid, and never heals. I don't think that's what you want." He blinked at me again and seemed about to say something when a sound from the doorway made us both turn our heads. His girlfriend stood there, a human woman with skin like cream and roses, not a tattoo visible on her. Her hair was spun gold with a hint of red, as though fire lurked in its heart. He said, "Somebody should get a tattoo. Glenda, how about you?" She sneered. She said, "That's not why you want me. It's because I look unsullied, virginal." He shrugged and mumbled something. "What's that?" she demanded. "Folks," I interrupted, "did you want to get a tattoo or did you want to move along? Because I get paid by the hour, not counting tips." I stressed that last word in case they didn't get the point. He drew himself up like a movie Dracula, puffed out his chest, which would have been more intimidating if he'd been dressed in formal wear rather than jeans and a t-shirt reading "The Dead Do It All Night Long." "You don't dictate to the likes of me, Missy," he said. Behind him, his girlfriend rolled her eyes so wildly I thought they would pitch out of her head. "I'm not dictating," I said. "I just think we could all save ourselves valuable time if the vampire community would learn tattoos are a human practice they may wish to forego." I could tell my lack of fear put him off. He sized me up, trying to figure out whether I was predator or just deluded prey. I stared back and let a little bit of fire show in my eyes. Maybe it was that. Or maybe it was just that Dawn would be coming in a few hours, but he shoved $20 at me with an apologetic shrug and nod and sauntered out the door with girlfriend in tow. The receptionist put her head in through the doorway. "Your next one's here early," she said. "This is a shitty way to earn a living," I told her, and she just looked back at me. "If that leprechaun hadn't taken all my gold," I said louder. "Lucky you had a trade to fall back on," she shrugged. At least the next one wanted something pretty, coy, all up and down her leg. That I could do, so I drew them in blue and green and orange and white, details so fine you'd swear you could see the fins ripple, and in the water between them, coins falling, copper pennies and silver denarii, and soft, shiny, delicious doubloons. When I finally took a break, I went outside to smoke. The vampire was waiting, lingering despite the hints of false dawn sizzling across the parking lot gravel. "They told me I shouldn't fight you," he said. His look was angry, but there was question in it. He was smart enough to know there's always a bigger fish. You're very new, I said, or you'd know there's plenty of non-humans around hiding in ordinary skins. I smiled and let a hint of tooth show. It was wrong of me because I knew he'd take it as a challenge, and he did. He came at me in a rush of fangs. I would have swallowed him whole, but that would have been wasteful. So I just yawned fire and watched him burn. They go up fast, vampires. And when they're gone, it's all just ash and gleanings. No gold fillings in his teeth, but the remnants of the earring remained. I picked the tiny puddle of melted metal up and held it in my hand. Every little bit helps when a dragon is rebuilding her hoard. Happy Halloween this month, by the way. And remember to vote. And if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe and like and retweet and comment and all that good stuff. So all of that. Enjoy. Oh my God, I've lost the record button.